It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll get to see the Eagles' towering tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, all that and more, coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Demario Davis there on the play. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the...
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lloyd. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Harrison Davis on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Commanders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
He's coming off an incredibly productive game, Mike, where he was able to find the end zone 4 different times through the air and secure the win. But it wasn't perfect by any means. He played well enough to come away with the victory. But with that said, he has to clean up on the interceptions. He knows the 2 picks. A couple other close calls he got away with. Those fall into the wrong hands. That game could have went an entirely different way. Coming into here today, can he keep the production in the passing game and come away with a little bit of a cleaner stat sheet?
They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback Set to take the field once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently second in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That's McLaurin open on the left side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their second possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. The defense plays it beautifully on that one. They knock them back to the 7. He'll look to throw. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. And he's going to go out of bounds, but not until he's past the 25-yard line. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. In motion, it's Waddle. Up the middle they go. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's a run going left. Crazy. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
His drive will start on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's their punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's across midfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. So, a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even, 3 apiece, the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting...
And he's in! Touchdown, Philadelphia. A touchdown, lucky number 13 on the season. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles take a 10-3 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Here's the punter now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently second in the NFL in rushing. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 2nd and 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Cameron pitches there to bring him down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete. It's Lloyd.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now, faking the give. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. 19 more on that one, and another first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sets up a 3rd down and 18.
Back to throw.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
And the running back just has nowhere to go. There is no crease. There is no seam. You got to give credit. That defensive line overwhelmed the offensive line, and that went a long way to forcing that 4th down stop.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Handoff here, up the middle, and this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7. 3rd down and 9. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
When that play was over, I mean, look at the sideline, Mike. The entire team is signaling for safety. I think he was just able to escape the end zone and save giving up 2 points.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Commanders offense ready to get back at it. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Brought in by Chris Olave. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Washington. They'll look to throw. Out wide, it's McLaurin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll go right and find his running back. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw again. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. So we'll take a breath. We're at the half. It has been an intriguing game to this point. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the Lions who were able to come away with the home victory. Caleb Williams, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Tank Dell, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that one all tied. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire.
Could not
one mistake
for
or
more
one big
from
play
that
could turn
first
out
half.
to be the
All
difference.
Even as we begin quarter number 3. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. The third quarter begins with a run. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. In motion, it's Waddle. He'll drop to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Sending it deep for Waddle. That's caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. To the ground, a first down run. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him. Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
I'll give on the ground. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick hitting slant there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down. 3 to go. Slot man in motion right. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
In motion, it's Waddle. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is brought in. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Eagles. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Eagles are going to extend their lead.
Commanders 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Demario Davis there on the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man. That's Olave. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Commander's 1st down. Slot man in motion left. Now a run on 1st down. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. A tight end in motion now. Now faking the give. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
His throw left side is complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
And he proves tough to bring down. Good running across midfield. A gain of 8 that time. Here's 2nd and 2. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Going to try to pick up the first down with a zone read. And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on 3rd down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They get it easily. It was 4th and 1, and the pickup was 5.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now he'll run.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches.
At the 13-yard line.
Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. A run on first and goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal. At the 6-yard line.
He's got it at the 3. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. In motion, it's Waddle. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed right. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Throwing now from the gun. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. Now a give up the middle. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short. Put him down at the 1. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. 1st and 10. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To the right side here. Pass is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They'll look to throw yet again. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's going to be taken down. They'll look to throw again. He pulls it in around the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. A try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. Inside the 40.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.